You're my doing. King Dingbat here with a special guest today, the man, the myth, the legend, Joeyshakes72. How are you doing, my man? What is going on with you?
No, man, I'm ready for this game tonight against the Giants. I'm just ready to get this started, man. We need a win in the win column. We need something. We need to start a little bit of a line of wins here. So I'm hoping to God that something does happen. We get through what we have to get through, and I appreciate you bringing me on today. I know we've been planning this. The last time we probably streamed together was probably we both first started YouTube a long time ago. So it's
Yeah,
been a
it's
while.
been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's something we've talked about a ton. We haven't really had a chance to do, but I'm glad to do it today. And yeah, we need a win. We need a win. I think we need to bust out at least 3 wins in a row to get back in this thing. And I think it's possible. You got the Giants tonight, who stink. You got Dallas then after a mini bye, who stink. And then you get a bye week, and then you get the stinky Giants again. There's no reason why the Eagles shouldn't win the next 3 games. And if they lose tonight, forget it. It's to burn this thing down.
Yeah, no, I
You
think I think it's pretty much going to be over if they lose this game today. It's gonna something has to be done. I don't know if it's with the front office or whatnot, but the way this offense has been playing, the predictable play calling, just the bad defensive scheme on some weeks, and there are guys that have contracts right now that really aren't panning out and really aren't being productive. Guys that we expected to have big years or sort of, get there, to the top, but hasn't happened yet. So I'm expecting something good. But we really have been complaining about the offense the past few weeks. I mean, as of, Carson Wentz and his play and due to the first 3 weeks of the season. And I mean, I think the first half of the first few games was like their preseason, I guess, with no rookie mini camp, no preseason games. I mean, I'm not pretty much putting all the blame on that, but this team was definitely not prepared coming into the 2020 season. That's
yeah.
definite.
Shout out to Lord Bronson. He says, make that baked mole rat shave. It's going to happen. We're going to win. The question is I don't know that Pizzle has the balls to actually go through with it. What's up, LB? How you, man? I definitely don't think he has the balls to do it. You know what I mean? I think that the biggest problem with the Eagles, really one of the biggest problems, is the slow starts. I think the first 15 scripted plays by Doug have been horrible, and I think they put Carson in that offense into slow starts. I would like to see a much better setup now. I mean, we got to admit, if Hightower catches that ball early last week, it may change that whole drive. I don't know if he scores a touchdown, but you know, it is what it is.
They need to get some of these guys back into games. They need to get away from these double tight end sets. They need to start getting the ball around to these other receivers. Like the first half of this Ravens game, where is Travis Fulgham in this game? Where is he in this game? Like this guy could probably have over 150 yards receiving every game. I'm not even trying to say it as like, I hope everybody agrees with me that Travis Fulgham, look, I say he's a number one receiver, but I'm saying that as of right now, what we have with all the injuries, he is our number one receiver. But I'm telling you, this guy, you got to keep throwing him the ball. Keep throwing him the ball, and everybody else will fall into place. Let the offense work for you.
Right. Well, yeah, and there were times where he wasn't even on the field in the first half. It made no sense. We got 298 people watching.
Wow.
Please subscribe, and if you get a chance, hit the link in the description to Joey's channel and sub my man up. Great Eagles YouTuber, and I'm glad. I'm so excited that he actually wanted to come on and talk to this dingbat. So it's very, very cool. Now let me ask you something. I'm gonna pull up some people's questions when I see some stuff. Let's go. We need this stuff, but I don't think we are winning this. Sorry, you don't think we're gonna beat the Giants? Come on. Chris Kaufman, thank you so much for the super chat, man. He says, bring back the shovel pass, Doug. He wants a shovel pass. All right. All right. I think it's all. I think Fulgham's the real deal. You think Fulgham's the real deal?
I think he is, honestly, and then you don't even have Rager in this offense yet, and he's pretty much sitting, putting up these emojis and doing some taking notes type of emojis, and pretty much telling the world that they're already kind of taking him off the list of being in the NFL as of right now, because the Eagles fans now, all they're saying is this, they're seeing Justin Jefferson make a lot of plays, they're seeing all these receivers pretty much be productive, so since Jalen Rager is hurt, everyone's thinking that he's not going to do anything anymore, or, that he just doesn't have it, or he's just going to be hurt, and that's it, but I think this was the right pick of this draft, obviously.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I agree with you. I agree. Esther Marie DeBooth, thank you so much. Says sub up these two guys, Philly and Joey, are two of the absolute best. Esther Marie DeBooth, you're the best. A big Dingbat Nation supporter. She's the best. AB, thank you for super chat. He says, let Philly, LB, Joey, today is a good day for us. I put $100 on the Birds to take it. Our D-line shot. I sent Pizzle $20 for raises. AB, he's gonna need them. He's gonna run hide like the rat he is. You watch. Now, Joey, what do you think about this running back situation? Because I'm very frustrated that one, Corey Clement looks like he's shot. Boston Scott to me doesn't look like he's as fast as he does here. And for whatever reason, they don't bring Elijah Holyfield up. And I think Elijah Holyfield was a guy that in camp was driving the defenses nuts. They were calling for him to come out in goal line situations. What do you think about this running back situation, especially tonight with no Miles?
The thing is, they've been using Boston Scott, even though Boston Scott has had reps, they've been just blasting him up the middle pretty much. I mean, that's not what he's used for. You look at the tape from the end of last year, they used him in open space, screen game. Our screen game is non-existent right now. We can't even use it, period. No. We were one of the pretty much the best teams using the screen pass like for years, and then all of a sudden it's just not working. But you know why? Because the playbook is so vanilla. The playbook is so bold. The playbook is so plain right now that defenses really don't have to plan for that much, and it's really easy. Corey Clement, he hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same at all, and he's not like he doesn't have this special run set. He's an average running back. I think what really took him away from when we used him back in 2017 was he had really good vision, and we actually put him in the passing game, which they didn't do when he was at college. So I think Elijah Holyfield, 100%. I agree with you. I saw videos of him in training camp, and he was always making the first guy miss. Deuce Staley always said good things. He plays with passion. He plays with fire in his eyes, playing angry, getting those extra yards. We have no bruiser. That's why, even when we let Jordan Howard go, he really didn't want to leave, and I don't think the Eagles fans and us, we didn't want him to leave either. So we don't have a bruiser, so I don't know what Doug is doing with some of these guys, but Corey Clement and Boston Scott, probably not going to be enough. But I hope that they're going to use them in different ways today, because having Miles Sanders as a dual threat back to put him in the passing game as well is going to be, it's a big difference.
It just seems like to me that the one back that gives you something different than the other backs is Elijah Holyfield. And why he is not coming up, it bothers me. And it bothered me when I was listening to Doug's press conference earlier in the week where he was talking about other running backs, but he never mentioned Holyfield. And I think at some point Holyfield will come up out of a necessity, and then will wind up being really good. And it'll be another guy off the practice squad that the coaching staff could not recognize was ready to contribute.
Michael Warren got picked up as well. Michael Warren got picked up our practice squad. So we don't really have many bruisers left now. So it's only him.
Yeah. So Eagles Company says Fulgham and Deshaun will be different. Deshaun Jackson, he has to prove something to me because he hasn't shown me anything except for one game the first 2 years he's been here. He's been back. I mean, he wasn't hurt earlier in the year. He did nothing. So until I see something with Deshaun Jackson on the field, I don't know. I do not know.
The issue I have with Deshaun Jackson right now is that Doug is not using him as like a number one receiver. Like, he's being cautious with him. And he's already mentioned that. Like, it's already enough that, he takes a lot of days off of practice. They rest him up. But at the same time, they're just using him for little sideline catches. They're not really throwing the ball downfield either. Like, they're being too cautious. This guy's getting paid $30 million for 3 years, and you're being cautious with this guy. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. It is what it is. Like, that's injuries are part of the game. But I think we got Deshaun 5 years too late. I just think
I agree.
Just looking at the past, between this year and last year, I just think we got him way too late, and I feel it stinks because I remember back in 2017 he teased us about coming back, and unfortunately, it's just I think it's too late, and the guy just can't take a hit anymore, and that's just the truth.
Yeah. Hey, Spunky 1991, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate that so much. Spunky, one of the other great YouTubers on here. Definitely sub him up. I always enjoy his truck driving escapades. I like watching what different cities he is. And he was here a few months ago. I was hoping to get in touch with him. Hopefully one of these days it'll work out. But Spunky 1991, thank you so much for the super chat. We got 437 people in here.
Wow.
Please subscribe. Make sure you hit that the link to the description. My man Joey Shakes, and definitely sub him up. You will not be disappointed. I promise you that. Joe Mirawana. All right. He says, will Quez Watkins play? I think Quez Watkins plays, but it's like, how much will they use him? Will they take any shots with him? Will they get him involved in this offense? I think a smart coach, and I'm sorry, Doug, but, this is just the truth, would design something for him to get him involved, especially with the speed and stuff that he does possess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think even with some of these other receivers as well, like Quez, it's like so late in the game now. Like, obviously that injury kind of hurt him a little bit, but then coming back with John Hightower, they're kind of using John Hightower on the same routes, and they're kind of doing the same thing with him. I really don't see a lot of different route combinations. I see almost the same thing every week with some of these guys. Obviously with the drops with Hightower, but Quez, I really want to see his potential. I think he is a steal, but obviously the reps are going to make what he's going to be. So we just have to wait and just see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It really will. Now, when we talk about the defense, okay. Now, there's this guy on this team that I blame everything wrong that has ever happened in the world. I don't care if it's earthquakes, floods, homelessness, people starving, disease. I don't care what it is. It's Nate Gary's fault. That guy absolutely stinks. Why do you think that they would even put him on the field at this point?
We must have mistaken him for LJ Fort, honestly.
Yeah, I did hear, shout out to Bubba, but he did bring up something interesting. He said that Jim Schwartz plays Nate Gary to show Howie Roseman, basically, you should have took a linebacker that I wanted. And now you didn't, and you screwed me on the linebackers. So here's Nate Gary. I thought it was kind of interesting take. I don't know if it's true, but I just can't understand why on earth you would ever play Nate Gary one snap. He absolutely stinks. And I blame every problem in the world on him. I do.
Yeah, no, you would think after releasing Nigel Bradham, like when they released Nigel Bradham, I was like really surprised. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna upgrade this linebacker core. We're gonna get younger. I mean, look, a lot of these guys are good against the run, but not only that, but you got two guys. Your third round pick's not even playing, and he played almost his first game fully against the Ravens, and he actually showed a little bit of. He was chasing Lamar Jackson down, like showed a little bit of promise. But if he stinks right now, if Davion Taylor stinks right now, like I don't blame him for playing bad. How can I blame him? He's not getting the playing time. Sean Bradley, every time he comes in, he's always making plays. And what do? He's on the bench most of the time. So not only that, but most of these guys are good, I guess, against the run, but they follow that eye candy in the backfield so much now is that whenever an offense does motion or there's misdirection or something like that, they all fall for it. I mean, right. It's bad. Like trick play, it's almost automatic. Any team does a trick play, we're done. It's over. It's the middle of the field is where we're hurting. And it's like the Steelers game, we lined Claypool. I swear to God, I was sitting on the couch and I said they lined Claypool in the slot. I said we're done. He's going to score right here. Boom. Yeah. Didn't even take much. Nope. It's ridiculous.
It is bad. It is bad. We got a super chat from Jim Schwartz himself. Jim Schwartz is here. And he says, I am the best coordinator in the game. He is. Well, then prove it. Get Nate Gary the hell out. Thank you for the super chat. Jim Schwartz, now go to work. Go get us a win. Run It Back podcast. Shout out to you, man. Another great Philly content creator. Definitely go sub him. He says, "What's up, my guys? Go Birds. Gonna go on a run starting tonight. Probably setting myself up for depression. Tonight, you're not setting yourself up for depression. We are gonna win tonight. We better win or my hair's coming off. So and then my wife will double moonwalk my ass. So it has to happen. Yeah, I don't understand. Here's my thoughts. Like, if you see Nate Gary, how bad he plays. Like, did you see the one play where they did an end around to receiver and it was like a 3rd and 4, right? And this is when I lost my mind on my stream. And Gary has the perfect angle. All he has to do is keep running, and he's going to tackle this guy for a 2-3 yard loss. He might knock him out of bounds. And he stops. Takes some weird – like he wanted him to go around him. He looked like, to me, he's running in high heels. And to me, he can't make – he makes so many mistakes. I don't care if Davion Taylor's going to make mistakes. I don't care if Sean Bradley. Let them play because they're already better than him just from an athletic standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what's it going to hurt, Ozzy? I think with Sean Bradley, because I've been studying him since college, and he was actually, out of our whole group, he's the best coverage linebacker we do have. But for some reason, they just don't use him. I don't know at this point. I really don't. Makes no sense to me.
1991, $50 super chat. Man, my God, man, thank you so much, dude. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna start crying. Thank you, Spunky. He says, "Can I get the bad dog?" Of course, you get the bad dog. I'll be singing all night. Bad dog is a bad dog, cause he knows the time is always bang. Straight old up. I'm gonna on YouTube. They draft Daniel Jones. And he worked for NASA. Thank you, Spunky man. Thank you for the super chat, man. It's very kind of you, man. Shout out to Spunky. Everyone go sub up Spunky.
Definitely.
He is a good friend. He's been with me, God, probably under 100 subscribers. He was one of my first. So definitely sub him up. Spunky, you are the man. Chris Kaufman, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, do you think there's any credence to the fact that Howie is controlling the starting roster? That may be why Gary's still here. Yeah, I mean, what did you think about the reports? And thank you for the super chat, Chris Kaufman, Spunky. Thank you guys so much. But what did you think about the whole report that Howie's controlling who's in the active lineup and whatnot?
I hope it's not true. I mean, when I heard about it, it's actually scary to think about if he has all the control now, and if these coaches don't have final say. Obviously, if with Jim and Doug, like, if they don't have, like, they're the coach and how he's building the rosters, and if that's not the case, I don't know. I really hope that's not it, because if we find out that's what was going on, this team is going to be in trouble. It's already enough we're in cap hell right now, and we restructured Fletcher Cox to save some money. I don't know what that random restructure was. I don't know, to save over 5.7, whatever it was. It makes no sense to me. I don't know.
I don't like that. I'm not going to lie to you. That made no sense to me. I understand you want to free up some money maybe to roll in, but what is it? We were talking like $5 million. I think we get too caught up in these restructures, and then they come back and haunt us on the road because you're just pushing the money. I think it's okay to do sometimes. I think the Eagles do it way too much. I don't like it. But unfortunately, I think that's Howie's MO, to control the active roster. We've heard about how he gets along with football people in the past. I think Howie Roseman has gone back to pre-boiler room Howie Roseman, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope that he's not taking control of this roster. I hope it's not. I hope that's not the case. I really, because these decisions that are happening right now, like if Howie has control of the draft, has control of what his scouts are doing to go get players in the draft. Obviously, we know it's not working. So these big contracts, these big free agents we're signing and that are not panning out. Javon Hargrave, 6th highest paid defensive tackle in the league, and he hasn't. Is he still injured? I mean, I don't know where to go here with this. Is he still injured? What's going on? Derek Barnett's supposed to have a big year. He ended up getting hurt in training camp. Finally came back. Hadn't really done much of anything. So Josh Sweat is looking like pretty much a really good player at defensive end right now for us. You know, it has been getting better every single year, but
It's crazy.
I hope it's not. I really hope not.
I'm done with Howie. I ain't gonna lie.
Done.
Hey, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, when the rookie linebacker is going to play, tired of Gary. I'm hoping tonight. But I don't know. I mean, if I'm the Giants, if I'm any team, every time I line up, I'm looking, where's 47? Oh, there he is, my bitch. And I'm going right at him. And we'll see. Hopefully that won't be the case. TJ Clutch, thank you for super chat. Do you think we should make Doug the next GM? No.
Oh, hell no.
No, I think you got to tell Doug he has to get an offensive coordinator, and that's just the way it is. And then I'd give him one more year. I think Doug could be a good head coach, but I don't think he's a good head coach and offensive coordinator. Thank you, TJ, for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that, man.
You know what? I think Doug can't hire his staff. Doug hires his friends. Look at this. Like, Deuce Staley's what? A run game coordinator, an assistant head coach, and a running backs coach. It's like ridiculous. Like, Mike Rowe went from a wide receiver coach to an offensive coordinator. Press Taylor, what is he doing as a quarterback coach? Some of these they're just the main issue I don't like is that they like hiring from within or promoting from within. They don't like get some new blood out there to come in. It's like very family orientated, too friendly, and I feel like it's less business half the time. So I don't know. It's just me though.
Yeah. System of the Knot. He says, Philly, I just read an article saying the Eagles are talking to Beast Mode. What do you think about bringing in Beast Mode, though? I mean, it can't hurt.
No, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all.
As long as it's cheap and one year deal, I mean, that's fine, I guess. We'll see. We got 570 people here. Please please subscribe, and make sure you click the link in the description and go sub up Joey Shakes. He does an absolute phenomenal job. I watch all the stuff. And I promise you're not going to be disappointed. So if you haven't, which I'm sure many of you already know he is, sub him up. Now, here's one thing I want to ask you. I want to talk a little bit about this trade deadline coming. Because there's a lot of people who are saying we should try to get Julio Jones, try to get Antonio Brown, try to go get these guys before the deadline. You saw Yannick Ngakoue got traded to the Ravens from Minnesota. What do you think the Eagles should do leading up to the trade deadline?
I think we should not be buyers, period. I think we should totally sell. You're looking at Alshon Jeffrey. You're looking at, obviously, Zach Ertz is probably, I don't know if you can. The thing is, at the trade deadline, you're trying to fleece other teams. Everybody's trying to fleece each other for as much, as possible for players. But Zach Ertz is probably the number one guy on my list right now because I'm done. I just feel like he's been exposed. I feel like when we're not doing double tie and sets anymore, I feel like it's starting to show now he can't do it by himself. And even in that Ravens game, remember the week before, Carson's like, oh, we need Zach Ertz to have a big game. And then this game comes and they're force feeding him the ball into small windows. Like, that's why these other receivers aren't getting anything. On top of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, that's still on the field, and he's getting used to be a blocker, pretty much being a blocker. That's it. A 2-point conversion, and a Miles Sanders fumble in the end zone, and he gets it, and he's supposed to get praised for that? Yeah. It's ridiculous at this point. With Zach Ertz got to go. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll take a third-round pick. Just get him out of here. Dallas Goedert's the future, period. That's it.
No, I said this at the end of the last year, right as we lost to Seattle. I said I would trade Zach Ertz, and people lost their mind. Mm-hmm. And it was because you knew the contract situation was coming. It was right after they said that Zach Ertz turned down a contract. So you got to trade him because you would have gotten way more than you're going to get now. Now we're talking about possibly, maybe if we're lucky, a third pick. And oh, by the way, he's on the IR. So how do you trade a guy on the IR before the trade deadline? I don't even know if you can trade him now. So to me, this is stupidity at the front office. And one of the big problems that this front office has had is they reward players for what they did 4 or 5 years ago. And it's nice and it feels good, but it doesn't put a winner on the team. And if you look at the guys we have, they're old. I mean, look, they restructured Fletcher Cox's deal. I was thinking of trading him. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling. I don't blame you because literally the past few weeks, like you look at Aaron Donald and Fletcher Cox, like they're very different because Fletcher is great against the run and his pass rush. Obviously, I think the pass rush isn't as good, but I think with Fletcher Cox, like. He went in the one game with one tackle. I forgot what game it was, but he was going back and forth. He really wasn't doing much. He's getting double teamed. He really can't fight double teams too much like Aaron Donald can. You know what I mean? That's why Aaron Donald, I'll trust him more on double teams to get through. But I don't blame you for wanting to trade Fletcher Cox. I really don't.
I thought the Hargrave signing was an indication of they were planning a future without Fletcher Cox. But now that they were structured, I don't think that's the case. So once again, they tied all this money into really the defensive tackle position. Derek Barnett to me is not lived up to his first round billing. Brandon Graham continues to give you something. Everything every week, but he is getting older and he is like $13.5 million. I think Josh Sweat has been a nice find. He's come on this year. But I really think that this team should be sellers too. I would stay away from Julio Jones. I love him, great player, but I would stay away from those guys. Now, if I could trade an older guy for a younger prospect, like some people were saying Zach Ertz for Miles Jack, I would do something like that. But the Eagles don't value linebacker enough. And it really makes you wonder where this team is going to go. I mean, isn't it weird that this team, when they have all their veterans and older players, we don't do anything? However, when we play these practice squad guys, these young guys, the team starts to play good. There's something.
It's complete opposite. It's just I don't know what it is. They play better with off the street guys than they do with their active roster and their starters. I don't know.
Spunky 1991, man. Thank you for the super chat, my man. You are too generous today, man. Shout out to Spunky. Everybody go sum up, man. I love the guy, and man, Spunky, I have to get you on the show as well, my friend. But thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm going to quit bothering you guys and let you do your live stream in peace. But one last request. Can I get the entertainer song? Man, I got to think about the entertainer song for a second. You can. Let me think of it. Let me see. I haven't done the entertainer song in so long. The entertainer knows that dolphin love is taboo. The entertainer knows that his hammer makes it true. The entertainer knows that the Giants always stink. Thank you. I can't believe I just remembered that. I am a moron. Yes. Thank you once again, Spunky, for the super chat. Now all night, everybody's going to want me to sing the entertainer song. Thank you, Spunky, man. You were too generous. Thank you. We got 626 people here watching. Please like, please sub. If you haven't, click the link in the description and go sub up my man, Joey Shakes. Marshall, thank you for the super chat. Fly, Eagles, fly. Love my Eagles Nation. And you, Philly 500, you're the man. We got this Eagles Nation. Thank you, Marshall, for the super chat. I feel good about tonight's game. I do. I definitely feel good. But, you never know. Like I said to you before we started this, the biggest thing that scares me about this game is just the fact that you've beat a team 7 times in a row, and at one point that's not going to happen, So,
yeah,
I mean, we'll see,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Big Play Slay says, now when Travis Fulgham literally jumped over 2 all-pro corners, Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Spears, I knew he was the number 1 receiver. Yeah, I mean, he jumped up. Those guys kind of got caught together, but, he caught the ball. Most of our guys would drop it. So, yeah, I agree with you, man. I'd be sellers, and I don't know. Do you think Howie's going to want to buy, or do you think he's going to sell?
I think he's going to sell.
I think
no. You know what? I think he is gonna definitely try to go after somebody. There's always. So he might actually try to go after somebody and not get them. I think that's what's going to happen. But that's the realistic thing that's going to happen.
I feel like we're always used as ploys to up offers and to get teams to get fearful because we're it's always like the Eagles are interested. Eagles are going to be doing this. Eagles are then nothing happens. Nothing happens.
There's no doubt in my mind that, I know like the AB rumors and stuff, but you know what? The Eagles have tried going after him once. They could go after him again. I don't know. I don't think wide receiver is the big issue of this team. I think it's far from it. Obviously, I think we've been moving offensive line all over the place. Obviously, with the wide receiver situation, with who's on the field, I think that's the problem. Who's on the field and the targets and what we're doing. Yeah, I think that's the big issue, and the scheme is a big issue. But I don't see them going after a linebacker. I just don't see it.
No, I don't either. What do you think of like the Giants tonight? Like, what scares you most about the Giants, if you had to say one thing?
I think their defense has actually played tough. Like, I think as a unit they have been playing tough. They got Bradbury on one side. They have Logan Ryan. You got to watch out for those guys, obviously. But I think at this point, I think we could. I think our offense could take it. We just got to. Hopefully, they have a good game plan tonight. I think that's really all that's really going to matter. And then when you talk about the Giants offensively as well, with depending on what the receipt with Slayton and a few of these other guys, with Shepard coming back, I think some of these are game time decisions with some of these guys. Golden Tate's definitely on the field, so Slay, and at least we got Maddox back this week. That's a good thing as well. But I think that defense is very poised. I think obviously they've been losing games, but they've actually been playing. They did a good job on the Rams a few weeks ago, and I think they've been playing good. But obviously the wins aren't there. Daniel Jones is choking constantly. So,
yeah, I hear you. Esmerita Booth, thank you for the super chat. You are the best. Appreciate you so much. And I should have a tinfoil dingbat probably out Sunday night or Monday. I'm finishing up this weekend. Philly boy, thank you for the super chat. He says Fulgham is the GOAT. We win tonight, 30-3. Go Birds. I would love 30-3. I would love an easy night for once instead of having to lose my mind. But thank you so much for the super chat. Michael, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, how about the monster from down under? Jordan Mailata has 3 starting career football games and is already better than Dillard. Do we convert Dillard to left guard? I don't know if Dillard can play left guard. I really don't. I mean, I don't mind taking a chance. And if Mailata's a guy, let's trade Dillard. But thank you for the super chat. What have you thought of Jordan?
Malata's been playing. I mean, they're calling him Highway 68 now. Got to ride on Highway 68 because that guy. Remember? I think it's what Brian Bollinger said. He said you could take the rugby out of football, but you could take the man out of rugby or something like that. And it's
see the tackle, and then he picked the guy who was getting up and he just threw him back. I'm like, I love this guy already, dude.
At 6'8", 350 pounds, like if he could turn into a solid left tackle, I mean, that size. And the thing is, it's so crazy because if he does lose leverage with his hands, he just moves his body in front and then relocates his hands again. So he's been playing violent. I mean, very violent.
And this is my issue though. Why is it that the Eagles didn't recognize that he was ready to play? They lose Dillard. They want to automatically move Jason Peters left tackle, and they give him more money to play left tackle when all they ever had to do is give him a lot of chance. This is one of the issues I have with this team, and you see it with Fulgham, you see it with Greg Ward Jr., saw it with Ball Scott. This is constantly what they do. For whatever reason, they don't trust their talent evaluation. They don't trust these young guys, and it kills us,
Yeah, we find out who the stars are when we're getting injured. They think they're going to take all the credit for that. Oh, we always knew that he was special and always knew this, but we only find out about these no-name guys by injuries, and it's not because of our drafting or free agency. It's because we get hurt, and they're like, "Wow, there's someone that just comes up the depth chart and automatically surprises us." So that makes you wonder
what the hell's going on. Captain Trips, man, sorry I missed your super chat for a second, man. But I see it. He says, I would love to see Boston Scott and Derrick Henry standing next to each other. That would be pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. I would definitely like to see that too. Captain Trips, thank you so much for the super chat. We got 633 people here. Please please subscribe, and hit the link in the description, and definitely sub up my man, Joey Shakes.
Appreciate it, guys.
Sean, thank you for the super chat. Putting the bank on the Eagles tonight. Sorry for bothering. You're not bothering. Hey man, I put my head on the line tonight for the Eagles. Well, they better
literally
deliver, literally. crazy. Key says something interesting. How he tries to outsmart everybody. This is something that I definitely believe, because I think how he makes these choices, especially in the second round, where it's like, what are you doing? And he thinks it's like, I think he thinks he's smarter than everybody else. Like he is going to show you by picking some guy nobody thought of. I mean, I can't get over every time I see DK Metcalf, I get sick. I get sick in my stomach, and I just can't get over that. You know, I think you got to take. I think you have to take player evaluation out of Howie Roseman's hands.
Yeah, that's what we did. Like he did it when we drafted Dillard. It was a heavy defensive line draft, and he went total opposite, went offensive tackle. Like he thinks he's doing everything.
Jim
the right
Schwartz
way.
is agreeing. See, tell me about it. He's been playing. Heat-seeking moisture missile. Heat-seeking moisture missile. With who the hell is that? Oh, Charlie Sheen. Okay, I love that thumbnail. Carson throws for 3 touchdowns and get 350. I got the greatest dingbats in the world on here. These people are awesome. Let's see. We wouldn't even be able to get a smelly expired milk carton for Ertz or Alshon at this point. Yeah, Alshon's another one. The whole situation with Alshon is very frustrating too, because they did not put him on the physically unable to perform list. They didn't. They just used the roster spot all for 7 weeks with this guy, and now he's got a calf strain. I mean, I'm tired of him. I'm tired of Deshaun. I'm tired of these guys, man. I just want them to go. I don't even want them to come back and play at this point. No. I mean, really, you know?
Nope.
It's just crazy.
Because before the calf strain, I was saying he was going to be the perfect person to trade by the trade deadline. He's getting healthy. You know, someone team can get him when he's fresh. Not a lot of tread on the tires right now and hasn't played in a while. But then after this, I don't know. It's kind of in the bag now.
Yeah. Bad Babylon says, Howie gets praised for how he handles the cap when all he does is kick the can down the road and screw up badly later on. I agree. I totally agree. But Esmery DeBooth, what are you doing? Oh, my God. $200.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? I can't take you. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. She says, hey, Philly, send Joey 100. Eagles family, sub up 2 favorite YouTubers, Philly and Joey. Esmery DeBooth, thank you so much. I will send Joey $100.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. Thank you, Esmery DeBooth. I appreciate it.
The support is real. The support is real for 500, man. I tell you, you guys are great.
She's a throne room of Dingbat. She watches all my 10-foot debates. She's the best, and she's been with me a long time. Esmery DeBooth, thank you so much for Super Chat. We are honored, and we just appreciate it so much. I just want to give you a big hug and kiss, but I can't through the computer. But thank you for Super Chat. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Crazy.
I'm speechless. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Fernando says, get the old guys out of here. If we win, it's because of the younger guys, not them. Alshon didn't catch like Fulgham last year. I agree with you. I totally agree. I totally agree. Man, Esmery just blew me away there. Wow. Thank you, Esmery DeBooth. Thank you so much. We got 644 people watching. Please subscribe to the channel. And make sure you hit the link in the description and go sub up my man Joey Shakes. Justin, thank you for Super Chat. He says Rager going to be back for the Cowgirls, and is Alshon gone? No, Alshon's not gone. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do anything with him. And I hope Rager comes back for the Cowboys. I have a feeling he's not going to come back until the Giants game.
Yeah, I
think Miles. I'm guessing Miles will be back. You know,
he might. I think it was 1 to 2 weeks.
Wasn't
he 1 to 2 weeks?
And you got like a mini bye week, so you got like 10 days off. Yeah. So I think he's got a legitimate shot to play. And if you can get him to play that one game, then he gets another bye week. So I'm hoping. Wentz better. Oh, isn't the record for the most amount? Isn't that a record for? That is my record for the most amount. So yeah, that's my biggest Super Chat ever. Wow. And I'm blown away. I am. Thank you so much. Hey, Philly 500, I think this game against the Giants will be so boring. Eagles win 17-14. When your hair is on the line and your head is on the line, it isn't boring. It isn't boring. No, I think it's going to be a very, very tough game. Tony says, let me get this. I know we're frustrated with Alshon, but don't forget his game against the Dolphins. He did really good. Yeah, I mean, look, Alshon, if he's in shape and he's healthy, he's good. But I mean, when you're constantly hurt and you're taking up a role, my issue is more why is he not on the physically unable to perform list for 6 weeks instead of having him on the active roster?
And on top of all that, it's a year-to-year league, and the Eagles have had issues. They've been paying some of these guys. They've been because of what they did or from a few years ago or from that Super Bowl. That Super Bowl shadow is just lingering over us, and they're getting, you can't have too many down years. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. It's a year-to-year league with some of these guys. You can't do that.
Yeah. Bubba, my man. Bubba, I was just talking about your Nate Gary theory. I really like it. I don't even want Djax back because, Doug still don't know how to use him. That's true. And Doug's only going to play him 15 to 20 snaps at this point. Yeah, I hear you. He doesn't know how to. I agree with you. Muhammad says, us dingbats will take over YouTube. We have a leader in Philly 5. We're taking it all over. You know it. And we're starting with Pizzle. We're going to pizzle his ass tonight. Super Tony, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Yo, Philly and Joey Shakes, let's get this dub tonight for my birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, bro.
Y'all keep up the great work. Dallas stinks. Nate Gary stinks. I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you, Super Tony, for the super chat. Appreciate that, man. So what do you think? Well, if you had to give us final score prediction, what do you think it would be?
Oh, boy. 28-24 Eagles.
That's a close one. I have 24-13 Eagles.
Dang.
Well, we'll see.
I know. I know.
I don't know what to expect with this team anymore. TJ Clutch, thank you so much for super chat. He says linebackers, edge rushers are needed, and a new defensive coordinator. I agree. I totally agree. The linebacking thing just blows my mind. It really just blows my mind that they would go into this season with the linebackers they have.
It's fun. I just think it's funny because we were worried about corner last year, and then finally we get an upgrade at corner. Darius Slay is actually playing really well right now, and it's just like now the whole defenses are not the whole defense is a problem, but now we're having trouble at linebacker. We're having trouble with Jalen Mills has been moving the corner now. Before when Maddox got hurt, he hasn't really been playing good at corner either. So even Nicole Roby-Coleman has had pretty bad games as well. Like he hasn't really played up to par either. So I don't know. Yeah. I remember how he said when he signed Nicole Roby-Coleman, he said, in 2017, we wanted to sign him off his rookie deal. We couldn't get him, blah, blah. And it's like 18, 19, 20. It's another 3 years. You know what I mean? It's like he don't care how old these players are. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Adam Fink, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that so much. Jack Morgan, thank you for the super chat. King Dingbat, great content. Keep up the great work. Can I get the Giants stink song or the Cowboy stick, whatever? All right, we'll do Giants. We'll do the Bad Dog song again. Bad Dog is mad dog, cause he knows the Giants always stink. They trade out the Beckham draft Daniel Jones. He's got the ugliest feet on YouTube, and he works for NASA. Thank you. I'm telling you, dude, I could just do a concert.
You could sell out.
People like this stuff. My voice stinks.
Sell out stadiums.
These people are great. Oh man, these things are coming in. So from the city, thank you so much for the super chat. He says Rager already has 2 injuries. Are you worrying that Rager may be a little injury prone? And thank you for the super chat, Zoe. What do you think, Joey?
I'm not really worried about it too much. You know what? Like, didn't that injury come off of a suicide pass pretty much when he got hit at the same time he caught the ball?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think Carson kind of let him out to dry,
I don't think he is. We need him back. We just need him back as soon as possible.
Yeah. No, I agree. Gene Sanders, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. We got 659 people in here. Please please subscribe. Hit the link in the description and go sub up my man, Joey Shakes. You're the man, Joey. You're the man,
Appreciate it,
and all
bro.
these people know it, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I think we're interesting times with the Eagles because let's say, all right, and let me ask this question a different way. Some people feel that if the Eagles win, let's say they win 7 games, they get into the playoffs, they win the division, that nothing will happen to change the way things are going with Howie Roseman, with Jim Schwartz, with Doug, and that offense. But if you were to lose and be horrible, then it would force change upon you. Which do you feel like? Do you feel it's better to just win a division, maybe lose a playoff game, or do you think we should do more than that? You know what I'm trying to ask?
I mean, as it's going right now, look, like you always want to win the division first, and get that done. But the main goal to every team every year, no matter how bad or good you are, is that Super Bowl. And I want to have a second ring on our finger. But I mean, you want to talk? I mean, I don't think about the Super Bowl when the season starts, when it's the middle of the season. I just think about winning this division, getting to a playoff game, and hopefully having this team somewhat healthy for a game. We went into the playoffs last year in the wild card game we didn't have enough. We just didn't have enough. Carson only was in 8 snaps, and that was pretty much it. I was at that game, and my heart kind of dropped when that happened. So,
Right.
But I think the ultimate goal is to win a Super Bowl, and I want them to get far. Do I think it's going to be this year? Probably not. But I mean, I have optimism that maybe they could get far, but I mean, there's so much they have to fix now, and so much they have to do to get there. And we got to start winning these division games. Are very important, and we have to get on a roll here.
Yeah,
That's pretty much.
I hear you. And just subbed you up. And as thank you. You're great. She's a great subscriber.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And you're gonna love having Joey. He's awesome. He's the man. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I want to win a division, but at the same time, I don't want to go through another off season with Howie Roseman making draft picks. So like to me, this game is a fork in the road game. If the Eagles lose, I'm sorry, but I think it's time to write the season off and get the best pick. And then if you win the next 3 games, if you win this game, then you keep going. But I mean, this division is the worst division I've ever seen. I mean, dude, the Dallas Cowboys are what? 2-4, and they're winning. They're leading. If we win tonight, we're in first place by half.
The Cowboys should have won more. I mean, their record. They should have won more games. I mean, honestly, relatively, they have looked better than with Dak in there. They actually have looked better. They actually looked good. They've actually got. I mean, I've watched the Cowboys offense. They're getting the balls to all the receivers. The run game was good. Just can't finish games, making big crucial mistakes. But now losing the quarterback now and watching that Monday night game was just. I mean, it's so many mistakes. I mean, now they're getting a little taste of our medicine now of the offensive line. No Tyron Smith, no center, no Alel Collins ain't playing. It's a mess over there right now.
Yeah,
I mean, and now if I was the Cowboys right now, I'd go get Ryan Fitzpatrick, to be honest with you. If that was me, I'd go get Ryan Fitzpatrick in a half a second. No problem.
I hope they don't. Thank you for the super chat, man. He says, we need to send Alshon to the Bears so he can play with Foles. I'm done with him the first time I heard the rumors. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know if the Bears would want him back. I like Allen Robinson, but I think the Bears are going to be tough. I definitely do. Yeah, it's a crazy situation with Dallas. It is fun watching Mark Holmes cry. I watched Michael Anthony Wears the Fitness actually not even be able to take a nap because he was so disappointed in that defense. And now the players are calling out the coaches. I love the chaos. I do. Yeah. But, I would hate to see Dallas get a top 5 pick, though. I'm not going to lie. That I wouldn't. I thought their coach was overrated, Jock Talk says, hell, Cowboys should be 0-6, get lucky onside kick and lucky bomb versus Giants. I agree. Totally agree.
Yep.
Totally agree. G-code set 60917. Let me see if I can get it for you, G-code. There you go. So, I guess we'll start to wrap this thing up, man. So you feel good about this game tonight? You think what would you like to see the Eagles come out and do? Because you already told me what you think the Eagles are going to win. So what do you think they need to do early, especially offensively, to get Carson rolling?
They need to start Carson with some short passes, get the receivers hot a little bit, and then work the run game. That's what they got to do. They got to spread the ball around a little bit. They got to spread everybody out and just start. I mean, that's really where it's going to start. I mean, it's all down to because I feel like every play that I've seen, like they run the ball 2 times, like then there's a sack, and then this offensive line needs to be prepared because I know they moved. I think Matt Pryor starting at right guard. I think for this game, so. I'm not really worried about Carson Wentz too much, but it's just what plays are going to be called to start off this game, and take JJ out of there, throw to your man, throw to number 13, okay, and just work from it from there. Spread everybody out and just work from it from there. I'm telling you, let the offense work for you. That's all I really have to do.
I agree. Philly Talk Podcast. Thank you for Super Chat. Everybody, go sub up my man, Philly Talk Podcast. He says, need this W. Definitely do. Joe got locked. Thank you for the Super Chat, buddy. He says, double moonwalk that ass. Thank you, Joe got locks, and you know it. And when you want me to come on, let me know. As long as your mom says it's okay, your parents say it's okay to interview me, I'll come on. I missed some Super Chats. Which ones did I miss? No, I think I got them all.
I think you got them. Let's see.
I don't think I missed. No, I don't think I've missed any. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't worry about Carson per se, but what I do worry about is those first 15 scripted plays. Is Doug going to come out and try to establish any sort of running game? Is he going to use maybe Boss Scott in a screen game? Anything like that, I would like to see. My fear and how I think this is going to go is it's going to be a close first half. Then the Eagles pull away in the fourth quarter because I just don't like the preparation that this team has.
It's bad. It's bad. Just imagine beginning of the season with a full crowd. Just imagine what would have happened with this crowd if there was an actual crowd with the Eagles playing.
I think that's a big thing for the Eagles. Not having that crowd hurts.
Oh yeah,
that's more than other teams. You know what I mean? Like a team like the Rams are used to it. It's like every week's a home game for them now.
So no, let me ask you something now. So do you think Jalen Hurts should be incorporated into this offense a lot more? Since we have injuries, could they keep the defense on their heels, on their toes right now? Put Jalen Hurts in and get some good plays going there.
Yeah, I thought what they did with him last week kind of sparked the offense. So I would continue to do it here and there. The thing is that I don't think you can do it every week before teams start to catch up on it, unless you let him throw the ball.
Right.
And, people were calling for Carson to get pulled last week. And I was trying to tell him, look, Jalen Hurts is doing a great job, but he hasn't thrown one ball. What are you going to do when he has to throw 15, 20 times against this Ravens defense? I don't think that's the way to bring it. But if they want to mix them in, I'm okay with it.
Even from that Ravens game, do you think at the end of the second quarter it was a bad sign that our own quarterback couldn't get the spark going at the end of what they had to put in Jalen Hurts to get that spark going? That's all I'm saying. Do you kind of feel like?
Yeah, I do, and I think it's a reflection of Doug that he was that deep in the playbook where that's where we were at. You know what I mean? Esmery the Booth.
Jesus.
Thank you so much for the Super Chat. Appreciate it. She says, Philly 500 and Joey Shakes are the absolute best. Sub both up, Eagles family. Esmery, thank you so much for $50 Super Chat. You are too kind, Esmery DeBooth. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I don't know what to say. If you were here, I'd give you a big hug. But thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. What are you doing for the game tonight?
I'm going to be at my girlfriend's house and going to watch it there. And then I will be back for my post game right after. So if you guys sub to the channel, if you guys are new, come on by because I will be doing it. Good.
Yes, and I will be streaming live. I will be here for the Eagles Giants, and we're going to go through this. Hopefully I don't lose my shit tonight at St. Gary again. But we'll see, and I'm sure the whole neighborhood will hear me as usual. Josh, was it Josh Mowery? Thank you so much, and welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. I appreciate that so much. Joey, I want to thank you, man, for coming on tonight, today, and hanging out with me. I know we've been trying to do this for a while.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, everybody. If you haven't, click the link in the description and make sure you sub up my man. And that about does it. I want to thank everybody for the generous super chats, the subscriptions, everything. Esmery the Booth, thank you so much. You are the best. And Spunky, man, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. And anything that goes wrong in your day today, just remember it is Nate Gary's fault. That is
it definitely is.
And thank you everybody for doing this. I'm going to end this now because I got a lot of stuff to do before tonight's game, and I'm sure Joey does too. But thank you guys so much, and be sure on the way out to hit the link in the description and sub up my man Joey Shakes. And thank you again, everybody. Esmery, Spunky, I don't know how to thank you, but thank you so much. And with that said, you guys take care. We will talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.